Let's do this. Good morning, everybody. Hello. I'm Claude-Louise. Hi from BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. Looks like it might be a little bit laggy today. Maybe not. Maybe it's okay. Good morning, everybody. Charlotte, Arabella, Timothy, Jan. Hello, Jan. Haven't seen you in here before, I don't think. Sally. Not yet. Back to your grand and glorious self. Oh, you will be soon, I'm sure. So, as usual, I'm going to get cards out for the collective and do some channeling. I was wondering how many people I was going to trigger with the energy update today. It's kind of specific. I was delving into it rather than talking about the energy of the day, but there we go. It is what it is. Yeah, so I'm going to get cards out for the collective and channel. But if you want a mini read from your higher self, a question answering or some guidance, then you can have that. Just check out that pinned post up there in the live. It tells you it's by donation, so it's super chat, super sticker, or there's a PayPal link in there as well you can use. Any kind of donation. And if you've got a question for it, put a Q in your comments, a Q, capital Q at the start of your comments, and then I can find it. Good. I can find it easy. Hey, Linda. Missed the lives because of work. Oh, it's good to see you back then, Jan. Oh, I got a card. There's a bug. Watch and listen carefully. Oh no, we've got this energy again. That energy of, you know, when you're so quiet, you stop breathing. So listen really carefully because you think there's someone outside or something like that. There's something you really need to listen to. So you even stop your internal noise to listen. Is that? I've had that. I had that a few weeks ago, really particularly. It kind of dropped away the last week or so. But I was feeling it really strongly at the start of the year. But that's the energy of the day. Watch and listen carefully. I'm hearing that people will show you who they really are. Triggering times, right? It's like alcohol. You know, to show you who you really are. Losing those inhibitions. When people get triggered or they're stressed, they show us who they really are. They stop being able to hold stuff back. Oh, interesting. I believe people are going to show us who they really are, what they've been suppressing down. Removing the masks kind of thing, you know. Not on purpose. Maybe some people are removing the masks on purpose and revealing themselves because they've done the work. Hi, Arabella. And Maria. Interesting energies. Here's chicken. Hiding behind me. So I was recording the weekly energy update yesterday and my parcel arrived while I was recording it. So I didn't stop the recording. I just went with it. So that's exciting. So now I'm smelling even more like a spa. I will do a video about them. Heartbreak's tougher, right? I was asking a fighter what his worst injury was. He's like, it's my heart. A good answer, hi. Thank you, Jen, for your PayPal donation. My dear friend. I was hearing from that card. Someone's going to reveal themselves. Maybe a dear friend. The masks are coming off. Inadvertently or on purpose. I've had a lot of messages lately about that intimacy. The intimacy card has been coming out more lately, which is about us loving ourselves. You know, when we've done the shadow work, we can be more intimate with ourselves. We can be, we're not trying to hide anything from ourselves anymore. We're okay about everything that's in us. So we don't need to pretend that we don't have stuff inside of us. And so we can be more intimate. We can share more of ourselves. But if we're not doing that, and we don't, but then it can come out, can't it, when we drink alcohol, or when we get in a stress situation, or when we're tired, or when we're triggered in some way. Our true self comes out, and then we're like, oh, damn it, I didn't mean to reveal myself. I feel like people are going to be revealing themselves. Holy crap. Watch out. You're letting it out. That's this next week, emotional release, by the way. So you're ahead of the game, Timothy and Arabella. Hey, Barbara. Hey, Kelly. My dear friend. Lifelong friendship, dependability, solidarity. I'm hearing that your dependable friends will be shifting. Maybe someone that you thought was always there for you reveals who they really are. Not like an unmasking, not like what's that dog called? Oh my God, my memory's terrible when it comes to popular culture stuff. Scooby-Doo. You know, like Scooby-Doo, when they reveal the villains. They've always got some kind of a mask on. Not like that, but that's a funny thought. It's interesting who we become when, especially when we let go of the wounds and become intimate with ourselves. Once we've done the shadow work, it's interesting who we become, because people might change. People do change. I changed, not that much really, but I'll have changed more on the surface. I will have changed more for other people, not so much for myself. I knew who I was inside anyway, but people might be changing now, revealing different parts of themselves. Lifelong friendship, dependability, solidarity. If you recall the card, The Journey, not really. You may recognize a similar scene here with a woman riding a deer, but this time both the woman and the deer are much older. Time has passed and the two are still companions. This is people coming back as well. They've seen many seasons together. Hey, Chris. Many sunny joys and cold sorrows. Their wisdom has grown, like the graceful antlers the woman holds for comfort. The deer supports her and she returns a loving touch to a dear friend. Could be people returning from your past who have actually been on a similar journey to you, but you parted ways. So maybe there's more to this reunion than just twin flames and stuff. Maybe there's going to be other reunions too. Of course, it's Mercury retrograde at the moment. That kind of stuff goes on because we all get introverted and we think about things again. And we remember people. And we're not introverted about ourselves. And we're like, oh, how far have I come? That kind of thing. And it could trigger a contact situation. Now I'm trying to learn not to be codependent. I've none left to practice with. Yeah, they're very different people. When you're hanging out with other codependent people and the takers. Well, first of all, you're around both of them if you've got codependency, right? And the first to let go of are those takers, you know what I mean? And then opening up to those people, and then you let go of the codependent people because they're just as wearing the other codependents. That's trickier because we're more connected with them. But really, there are some healthy people out there, and it's not necessarily the high vibrational ones. There are just people that can reciprocate, you know. And what I mean, I think people are getting confused. I answered somebody who'd put a comment on that saying that she knows some good men. I wasn't talking about good or bad men in that energy update today. Hang on, I'll let chicken out. I'm gonna go out. Yeah, I wasn't talking about good or bad men in that at all. I mean, I'm talking about the masculine in all of us. I'm talking about, but it's of course the masculine is mostly in men, just as the feminine is mostly in women. But the feminine is also in men. I mean, how many gay friends have we all got? You know, how easy is it to get on with gay guys? How easy is it to get on with Timothy? Because we do. Like, well, it's easy. Like there are men that are in the feminine. There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, maybe that's a step toward the divine masculine. I don't know. But what I'm saying is masculine is very different, right? Masculine, that energy in all of us is very different than the feminine. So what is it? What is the divine masculine? So yeah, I'm not saying that I don't know good men, of course I do. But I haven't seen the divine masculine yet. We're almost at that point, Tim. I learned cut almost everyone off. Just learning not to be codependent. It's an important step, and you do come out of it. You will find people that are reciprocal. And as I'm saying, they don't all have to be high vibrational. Don't think that, because a lot of the people that reciprocate with me now, and I'm close with, not particularly high vibrational. Good people, yeah. And able to reciprocate and totally trust them. Absolutely, yes. It's different, and they do. They can give back. Hey, Leslie. So, Jen, you got a question? Jen Bruno. Did I miss it while I was on my little jaunt? And I think everyone's going to be feeling this call, to ask themselves about the feminine and the masculine in themselves, to get some kind of balance. Absolutely. That's the energy update next week. That makes a lot of sense. Today was rough for you. It's hard. It's hard. Yeah, the void is always hard, no matter what we're doing it in, The void is always hard. But you do get to the other side of it. Like I said, it's usually 3 months for me. I usually have to hold something for 3 months before it starts manifesting. I think you have to shut down entirely, Kelly. I think what I did, and I seem to have to do it over and over again. I'm on like time. I did it first time because it's a self-love thing, right? And then two other times. And I'm in a time now when I'm kind of pulling away, taking it to the next level. Absolutely, Timothy, you're right. Not as bad as it would have been with the old garbage in there. Well, we're not fighting ourselves anymore, right? This is what I was saying yesterday. We don't need to force our hearts to be open when we're not ready for it. We don't need to force ourselves to be grateful when we're not. We don't need to force ourselves into that void when we're not ready for it. You've got to do a certain amount of inner work first. Absolutely. Otherwise, you're by yourself and you'd be tearing yourself apart, wouldn't you? Don't try and back off from everyone and do that until you've done a certain amount of inner work and you've got to get rid of that old garbage, right? It's like you wouldn't want to be in lockdown if you had all your garbage in your house. Been battling it. Interesting, Arabella, that it's a battle. Charlotte, you got a question, and it was... Thanks for your donation, Charlotte. I've been ignored for 2 weeks up until yesterday, when he and my cousin needed a lift, just knocked on as normal. Am I just being walked over, or are there feelings? Oh, black and white, hey? Is it black or is it white? It's grey. Yeah. Wouldn't it be easy if life was black and white? But it's not. So there's your wishes, and then there's their wishes, and then there's the in-between, is what actually happens. Do you let them get their way, or do you stand steadfast to your way, or do you find something in between? That's a question that only us can answer. Sometimes it's worth it, sometimes it's not. What you want is being heard. But just as you can't cave in completely because they want something different than you or different from you, they can't cave in completely for exactly the same reason. So who is aware and understanding, you're kind of doing the same thing. You know, it's like one person wanting a committed relationship, one person wanting an uncommitted relationship, a casual relationship. It can't work, can it? It can't work. What are you going to do? Say, oh, commitment is right. Oh, this one's commitment. Commitment's right. You should change. You should be wanting to commit. Well, that's not true, is it? This one should just go and find someone that wants commitment. This one, same. Oh, you should be casual. You should be more casual about it. Be easier. Be lighter about it. You know? Are you being walked over? Well, that depends, Charlotte, on whether you are, or whether you're caving into what they want. You're kind of opposites. It's a lesson. It's a lesson in standing your ground and what you want and stuff like that. Hi, Joy. Ooh, what's going on? Arabella's in a battle with herself to be balanced. I don't know. Maybe it's just your choice of words, but battling to be in balance. Don't you have to relax to be in balance? I don't know, maybe not. I'm only asking the question, I'm not saying it. Hey, Nina. I was accepting her treating me poorly as a friend. Ooh, yeah. Oh, when we realize what we've been accepting, it can be real hard, right? What we've been putting up with, what we've been tolerating. Yes. Jen, higher self-guidance. And who are people? I'm just being pulled back to that card. Who are people? Because the shapeshifter card came out today in the energy update too. People who change themselves depending on who they are around. Copying, that kind of thing. Copying people's energies. Who are they? Really? Jen, higher self-guidance, please. They'll be revealing themselves, is what I'm hearing. Oh, be firmer and wait. No. Jen, patience. Things are changing, but we're not inactively waiting. We're keeping our vibration high and we're keeping steady, aren't we? That's really important now. Keep our vibration high and keep steady. Be an address where the parcel can find you. Just looking at my parcels up there. Yeah. So you're waiting still, but being firmer in that. Being firmer as in, I trust. Something great is coming. I know it is. I trust in my higher self is leading me to what I want. So yeah, it is important to have faith right now and trust. Yes, that's what I was just saying. Refocus on grace. Refocus on trusting. Something great is coming. I'm in the flow already. Sure, there's a wait. I'm having to wait for other things to sort out. I'm having to keep my vibration. I'm waiting for myself to keep my vibration straight, steady. But great things are coming. Refocus on that. Great things are coming. Be firmer in that. Trust. Trust. We've all got to do that. I got that personally last night for myself as well. Before I went to sleep, it's like, just trust, just trust. Stop trying to figure it out and work it out and make it happen and understand it. Just trust. Okay. Okay. I'm driving now. And that my mini reads are just for donations. Thank you for driving and listening. Oh yeah, thank you. Balance. Yeah, there's more on that on Friday. Tomorrow evening I'll be putting the energy update for next week on. Hang on, I need my nail file. I've got a sharp toner. Maria, you mentioned in my deeper dive that I'm sabotaging myself. Remember that the deeper dives are still a general reading, you know. It might not all apply. It's just a shared reading. You mentioned in my deeper dive that I'm sabotaging myself. What am I doing to sabotage myself? And the version has changed. Good question. Codependents attract codependents too. Barbara. Maria. Creating. Sabotage is creating. How can that be? Oh, creating for other people. Okay. Yeah. This is tricky because this is what we've been taught to do. Hang on. Let me get my fingers sorted. You've got who perceives the perceiver and overwhelming. Who perceives the perceiver? That's when we're looking outside of ourselves, right? At what other people want. What do they want from us? That's like me running my business instead of just channeling, me trying to figure out what would make a lot of people watch my YouTube videos and then talk about that instead of just channeling what comes, right? It might appear that I'm doing that, in fact. It's almost like, to me in my channeling now, I'm surprised that I'm going on about relationships so much. Because I didn't used to. I used to go on about healing way more. Hardly anything about relationship. But yeah, there's that. Who perceives the perceiver? So it's in what you're creating, artistically, creatively. So it's not just what you're creating in your life. This is being artistic, like business kind of stuff. Your work, your creations. And perceiving it from other people's point of view. So it's almost a kind of people pleasingness when you do it in business. The customer's always right, that kind of thing, trying to do something that other people will want rather than trying to do something that you want to do. Yeah. It's not a massive sabotage, but it'll only get you so far doing that. We've been taught to do that. The customer's always right. Find out what the customer wants, what the market wants, that kind of thing. But it's not alignment, it's not flow, it's not grace, it's not, you see, when people truly shine, they're just pouring forth what's inside of them. The channeling, really, is what they're doing. Even the way of going about it. So the sabotage is not that big a sabotage, it's just in your creation process, you're kind of a little bit overly focused on how other people are perceiving it, what they want, rather than what do I want to share with the world? What do I want? You know. Thanks, Chris. It's not really a battle with myself. It's more like going to shut down and just learning not to be codependent. Yeah, I get it. I wasn't really feeling that battle, but I thought it was just your choice of words. Chris, I really need a bit of guidance on whether to travel next week. Oh, Casey's baby shower in Florida. Babies or dad? There's no babies or dad cards in here, but let's see. Chris, you got intimacy and soften and open. That doesn't make it easier. Intimacy and soften and open. It's almost saying, like, what do you want to do? You know what you want to do, really. What you want to do. Not what you think you should do, but what you want to do. It's another part of codependency, right? And thinking, always thinking what you should do rather than what you want to do. Feeling a duty to do something instead of just, I want to do it. Wow, when you free yourself from that duty feeling, it's big. It allows you to say no when you don't want to do it. It allows you to say yes when you do want to do it. And it's always the best. When we can trust our intuition like that and follow our emotional guidance, it's always the best for everybody. So what do you want to do, Chris? There you go. You've answered your own question. It's not that you won't understand. I'm just afraid you will need me here. It's duty, right? And I'm not saying like, you know, someone falls over and you feel we don't want to be narcissists now. We don't want to like switch off our hearts and go, someone falls over and like, do I want to help them or not? Let me feel in my heart. No, I don't, and walk away. That's like narcissistic, right? We're not going to get to that point anyway. There's both, though, isn't there? There's both. Get your man, Chris. Get your carrot man to watch over and go see the baby. Your dad's moving to rehab tomorrow. Oh, well, you're okay then. Yes. Just check that. I know. Timothy's right. It's a no-brainer. Of course, I was going to say that straight away. Go see the baby. But because it's not all or nothing. It's not like I have to only be with one person ever. Never see anyone else. But there's something in that, one step at a time and own my idea. There's something in that, why the duty thing. The duty thing. We have a duty to ourselves, right? So say, it's something popped into my head last night, and it was when I was really proud of myself. And this was a year ago, more. It was a new friend that I'd made, maybe only a couple of months beforehand. So we weren't that close friends. But it was his birthday, and he said, and we were socializing. It wasn't his birthday that day. And he said, Claire, it's my birthday tomorrow, or in 2 days or something. And we're all going down to Hinman Beach. Do you want to come along? No, he said, come along. And I said, no. And he started crumpling. And I said, sorry, but I don't go out that much, right? And I don't want to go out that much. If I'd known about it before, I wouldn't have socialized on that day. I would have waited until his birthday to do it. But it was important for me to honor. I don't want to be out all the time and not working, you know. It wasn't personal to him. So I'm like, I'm sorry, but it's still a no. I'm like, I can't. I have to honor myself. And that duty feeling, it can really trip us up. There's some duties that we want to take on, right? That we're willing to take on, and that's the giving, that's the true giving thing. But when it's a bit weird. Thanks, Arabella. You're working on your words. It's tricky. Sometimes there's not enough words. It's like trying to explain the information that I'm getting on the toxic masculine, divine masculine, men, women, toxic feminine, divine feminine. It's really hard to put it into words. That's why I keep on saying we've not experienced it yet. Not even the divine feminine. We've not experienced it yet. And then there's these concepts. Then I'm using it sometimes, the divine masculine, divine feminine concepts as the actual people themselves. And I shouldn't do that either. It's confusing. We haven't got enough words. And I'm wondering whether, I think we've all got different twin flame paths as well. So, you know, someone put on one of my videos, we all know that we are our own twin flames and it's all about self-love. Everybody knows that, like, as if I was saying that my channeling's wrong kind of thing. And I thought, well, of course, there's the path to it, but there still is this twin flame concept. We can't say there is no ego. Do you know what I mean? But it made me think maybe the concept is different for everybody, because it's a made-up concept, isn't it? It's It's the energy that somebody, I don't know who came up with it, but the energy that someone tapped into, like I'm tapping into these energies and trying to put words to it, it's hard. It is hard because so much of it is unknown. That's what makes it hard. It's like, well, what is the divine masculine then? What does that look like? Proper masculine and divine. I know. Anyway, Arabella, General Arabella. It's tricky. But it doesn't surprise me that people, of course, it's about self-love. You've got to self-love to get anywhere. But that's not all it is. It's like saying relationships are only the relationship you're having with yourself. Well, kind of, that's the truth, but it's not everything. There are relationships too, right? Arabella, oh, hello. You got lovers out and warmth. Lovers and warmth. The lovers card, it is a lover in these little cards, the energy that I get from it. Not the love card, nor is it the sex card, but it is a lover card. So it's could be a lighter kind of relationship. I'm feeling like it's someone from the past and opening your heart to them again. It's almost like getting to forgiveness, almost getting to forgiveness. You know, we go through stages of grief, I guess it is, anger, where we're totally closed off, and then given time, we get to a point where we can kind of soften and open to them again. Not necessarily letting them in, but just, oh well, they were like that and I chose that and whatever, you know. You've got this kind of energy going on, so you could be letting go of someone maybe that you've let go of before, but at a deeper level. A lighter lover kind of thing. Oh dear. Just as I was saying what it wasn't. Here you've got sex criticism. Yikes. So someone that hurt you, that criticized you, someone that was kind of surface level relationship, not very deep, but you let it get to you deep. So surface level relationship, someone that was just in it for the sex, just as lovers kind of thing, didn't want anything deeper than that. Maybe you committed more than that within yourself. You thought it was more than that. You thought it was a deeper relationship. Maybe you were trying to get that depth out of them. Meanwhile, they were just criticizing you for surface level stuff. But you took it deeper because you got involved more deeply than that in your mind, in your energy field. So we've got to be so careful not to commit more of ourselves than someone else is investing into a relationship. We've got to meet people at their level and recognize that. See women and men doing this over and over again. Getting into relationships with people and imagining that it's something more than it is, and investing too much, getting too involved, getting too committed, based on a feeling, based on a connection that they feel, thinking that it's a deep thing when it isn't. And then when you get criticized for the shallow stuff that they're perceiving it from, you take it to heart because your heart's involved and their heart isn't involved. And it's not a heart-to-heart conversation. It's an ego-to-heart conversation. There you go. You had ego criticism to you, and it went right to your heart. And this is why it's been hard for you to this grieving process over someone in your past has been hard because you got too involved. I think that's for all of us, by the way. Hey, Jen. Are you recovering well, Jen? You're still here. Hey, Tanya. Oops. The comments just jumped. Hang on. I can't read them all anyway. You don't want to watch me sitting here reading everyone's comments. Hey, CG. Did you... CG, I didn't see a donation. Did I miss it? Hang on. No. CG, if you read that pinned comment, the mini reads are just by donation. Hi, Gabe. Or maybe you donate. If you donated in PayPal, just let me know, because sometimes the emails don't come through right away. Thanks, Timothy, for your ex-husband plus this other one. There you go. So, your part in it, Arabella. Maybe it's time for you to open up your heart and look at your part in it. Maybe you've been doing that already, but it's that overcommitment. I've done that. I think we've all done that, right? Everyone in here, anyway. Not everybody in the world. Some people don't do that. We might get upset when people don't do that. Why aren't they giving the all? Why aren't they putting all of it in? It's like, well, actually, it's kind of dysfunctional what you're doing. Balance, a targeters. You're welcome. A targeters. AT. Optimus. Targeters. The first known mermaid in recorded history, a targetess is guiding you to look for balance. We know that, don't we? In your time. In your time. Balance in your time. Balance in your energy too, like what I was just saying about Arabella then, and but the rest of us too. Balance in relationships. Balance in commitment levels. Balance in reciprocation. Noticing what's really going on. Someone's level of commitment or level of connection or level of input or level of the work that we've been doing. We can project ourselves on other people and it's not good. You can have someone that's a total douche, get into a relationship, feel a connection because your heart's good, yeah? But then you're imagining that they are and you project it all on them. You project yourself on them and think that you're great and you have this connection, all based on your feelings about yourself, really. And then it all goes wrong because they're not there. You've got to be so careful, hey? So balance in your time, your environment, and within yourself. Saying no more. Not just for the sake of saying no, but when it's a no. Because you've made other decisions for yourself, you know. Because my time balance is important. No, because my environment is important. Balancing my environment is important. No, because I'm important and how I feel is important. As a teacher, a targetist asks you to seek new ways to bring more balance and care into your life. You like mermaids, Timothy? You're just starting to not feel guilty about what I want to post. Because I'm normally a people pleaser and don't like upsetting people. Oh, really? Ah, interesting. Maria. Yeah. You've got to be okay about pissing people off. Doing this work. It's okay. Not too bad. Tend to let it go. Some things I don't let go, though. Some things are not in my work. I'm pretty good in my work, but in my personal life, sometimes I can hold on to stuff. Like someone will say something to me. It's just like that they say that they're picking up in my energy, and it's not true. And I know it's not true, so why am I holding on to it? Like that was in the energy update today, to let some things go through one ear and out the other, and some things we hold on to. And sometimes I just hold on to stuff like that, even though it's not right, and I know it's not right. Why would I do that? I don't get it. Dwelling on, it's a validation thing. I'm going to get to the bottom of it today. Hopefully, and let it go. I overcommit to my ex, and when the other one came in, he wanted to put in right away. Right. And when the other one came in, he wanted to put in right away. I emotionally put him on a shelf. You put him on a shelf. I could not give because I was not ready. Ah, okay. Right. Yeah, that makes sense, right? Bliss. That's nice. Bliss. Do you like my flowers today? I just got them this morning. Are we doing a pick a card? Filming a pick a card read today. I don't know what yet. Maybe it's time how they feel about us or something, I don't know. Bliss. Meet Camellia. She's in full bloom, radiating delight. When something challenging happens, we often ask ourselves, what can we learn from this? Camellia is here to remind us not to overlook the possibility that some of life's most poignant lessons come from moments of ecstatic bliss. Oh yeah. What makes your body, mind, and soul ring with joy? How can you connect to the golden thread of meaning and let it weave its way through your life? This is an invitation to embrace all that's marvelous in your life. Let bliss overcome you as you bask in the limitless love of a million sunrises. Wow. Nice energy. Bliss. Focus on the kitty. Not you, the camera. I'm talking to the camera. What are you focused on? Has the camera not been focusing all this time? I haven't noticed. I thought it was focusing before. Blurry bliss kitty. There you go. Look at all the... She's bedazzled. Holding on to things. Emotional response to someone else's ego. Yeah, what is it? You know what I also don't like? And some people do it, and it's codependents that do it for sure. It's Chinese New Year! Happy New Year, everybody. Yay, that's going to be happening all day now. Firecrackers. Can you hear it? Yeah. Oh yeah, what I was saying, and codependents do this. People that try and drag me into the crap will say that I have unresolved crap and they want to like bring up stuff from the past or whatever. It's almost like they want to make me feel bad. It's like, oh, you don't need to do that for me. Like, really, you don't. I process stuff. I do my own shadow work. I do the work. It's pretty much all I'm about. Like, you really don't need to pull me back into that. And it's codependent people that do it. Codependent friends that I've got that do it. They want to pull me back into that crap. And you know what it is? It's because I go there. I go there with them against my feelings. I go there with them because I think, oh, maybe there's more, because I'm a psycho like that, because I like the inner work so much that I will even compromise my bliss and go there with them. And then afterwards I'm like, no, that wasn't right at all. And it's actually lowered my vibration. It's made me feel bad. A friend that was just wanting to talk about my ex all the time, and I was like over it, and I'm like, why? Why do you want to talk to me about my ex? Why are you bringing that up again? It's like having a friend that's in total grief, but they've come out of that grief, and then you're like, well, remember your dad died. It's that kind of energy. It's like, well, what are you doing that for? Believe me, I've processed that stuff. I've taken myself there enough. You don't need to do that with me. So yeah, it's forgiveness of myself that I need to do for going there in the first place and not cutting it off sooner. That's that balance, isn't it? I can say no, but sometimes I go too far down the path before I say no. I go too far down the path energetically before I say no. I'm not fast enough with my intuition and catching it. Once I reprimanded a prison inmate so nicely that when I'd finished, he thanked me. Then it was my turn to be confused. But that's a good thing, isn't it? It's like the time that someone was trying to kill me and I opened the door. I'm like, oh, I'm going to die now. It was an amazing spiritual experience. In fact, the best experience of my life. Because I'd reached that point, it's like, I'm going to die now. All my fear went away and it was total bliss. It was like that total bliss. When you have no fear anymore, it was total bliss. The colours, My life flashed before me. I was happy with it. All the colours, and I was just a full appreciation of the world. I'm like, this is it. I'm gone now. And then I opened the door, unlocked it, and opened the door. They were breaking it down anyway to kill me, and it shocked them. I don't know what it did to them, but they stopped and turned around and walked away. I'm like, wow. It's not my time to die. Well, how about that? Crazy. I actually thanked him for doing that. I'm like, you gave me one of my best experiences in my life, and it caused me not to be fear death because it was such a beautiful experience. I'm like, okay, that's what death is like. That's what it's going to be like. It was such a blissful, peaceful experience. Once I got there, it wasn't, leading up to it wasn't good. Not good at all. Very, very stressful. Out in nature. Good night, Jen. Feel better soon. Recover. Hey, Jill. You won't go there. Good job, Arabella. Yeah, I don't go there a lot. I do go there a bit though. I need to get even more ruthless with it. Straight away. It's like, no, I know myself. Wow, we really are being told to like keep our vibration constant. Fine tune it even more. The energy update for next week. So we're gonna get some practice on that. What is that? Am I willing? To do what? Am I willing? Am I willing to go there? Into that crap? Am I willing? Willing for what? You're on the edge of something great. Yes, we feel it. Can you feel it? Yes. Yes, there's a risk, uncertainty, and imperfections ahead. Failure is certain, and vulnerability is a requirement. You must be brave and trust yourself more than ever before. You will reach the dream, but you must stretch yourself into a whole new level of belief and willingness in order to move forward with courage. Hey, Stacey. You're not really here. You're dreaming it all, Stacey. You will reach the dream, but you must stretch yourself into a whole new level of belief and willingness in order to move forward with courage. It feels really important, this card, that it's come out today. Good night, Linda. Oh, I feel better, Linda. Soon. Did your homework last night? Good job. Good job, Nina. You get a gold star. Today's soul action, be brave. Follow your heart's compass and lift the lid on your own dreams. Today's mantra, it's possible. Let's read it out together. You're on the edge of something great. Can you feel it? Yes, there is a risk. There's risk, uncertainty, and imperfections ahead. Failure is certain. It is, isn't it? Oh my God. We've just got to realize that, like we've got to realize that challenge is certain. It is. There's never something that's 100% good, 100% positive, 100% right. It's always 50-50. Failure is certain. Far out. And that is powerful, isn't it? Failure is certain. And vulnerability is a requirement. You must be brave and trust yourself more than ever before. You'll reach the dream, but you must stretch yourself into a whole new level of belief and willingness in order to move forward with courage. Be brave, follow your heart's compass, and lift the lid on your own dreams. It's possible. You weren't ready to do yesterday. That's all right. Like I said, we can't force these things. What was yesterday's forgiveness? I don't know. I can't remember. Didn't do my homework. Can't force it. You can't force yourself to be ready. If something's not coming up, it's not coming up, you know. Our higher selves gives us stuff when it's time. Like, believe your own intuition and what's coming up for you more than my readings, please. You do it to yourself and you're used to do it with others just like me. Have to be aware. Right. Oh, you had your first dose of the vaccine. Your arms hurt. Oh. Oh, yeah, let us know how it goes. Today's you can do. There you go. You're ready for today's. When my daughter was ice skating competitively, her favourite quote was, "Nothing is impossible." It just means I'm possible. Yay! Are you willing? I'm willing. I think. Balance. Watch and listen carefully. Balance. Friends. Am I willing? And bliss. Are you willing to have bliss? Are you? Let's get some tarot out. Tarot time. So I've got my Christmas box things with products. I've got another one to open. It's exactly the same as the first one though. I got two of them by mistake. I clicked add to cart twice by mistake and then I'd already purchased before I realised them. I thought about cancelling it and just getting one, but I thought, you know what, it's great value, so I'll get two. Got to have your second dose end of April. Okay. They're talking here in Thailand about giving it to health workers and tourism workers first, which is a great idea, because of course there's no point in mandating people to have the vaccine before they come, because that just means that they're not going to get so sick. It's about them. What we need to do is protect our people so that tourists can come here with it and we're fine. Yeah. Thailand are great about this. They've got their heads on. Like, a lot of people are thinking the wrong thing about vaccines. Vaccines don't mean that you can't carry it. You're not carrying it. It doesn't mean that you're not going to bring it here. You're willing. You think so? King of Crystals. The King of Crystals here. What an interesting image. He's the King of Pentacles. So he's stable. He wants to be stable. Wasn't that interesting? Didn't you find that interesting in the energy update today? That the ones that are actually doing the work, the masculines that are doing the work, are doing it in silence. They're hiding away because they know they get judged for it. They're not doing it out in the open and loud. They're hiding away. I was intrigued by that message. But look at him here. He's not waist deep in water. He's waist deep in something else. He's kind of got his hands in it. You're not going to do it, Nina. I'm going to do it. I'm not going to be the first to do it. But I'm going to do it before I leave this island, before I go traveling anywhere. Even in this country, I'm going to have it, yeah. For sure. Just in case. King of Crystals. I would rather, like, my immune system's good. It doesn't really worry me about getting it. I'll fight it off, but it's easier to fight it off in an inoculation. Can't remember the vaccine. In the vaccine, of course, it's easier to fight that off than it is the full-blown thing. Yeah. Let us know how it goes. Keep us updated, Maria. Interesting. Yeah. King of Crystal. So what is he waist deep in? What is that stuff? It's like the stars, starry sky or something. He looks a bit concerned. His heart's shining now, though. And he's got some moons around him. Yeah, it doesn't make sense that though, does it, Arabella? They're going to make it to get so that we can travel, but that doesn't make sense. What are they worried about? Us going somewhere and then being sick and then that country having to take care of us? Pretty much every country is ensuring that you have to have medical insurance now anyway to travel. And I don't get that. I don't get the reasoning behind having to have the vaccine to travel, because it doesn't stop you from carrying it or taking it. It just stops you from being as sick with it. Doesn't make sense, eh? They don't want to show that you died laughing. Yeah, it is. It's because that's the toxic masculine, right? They're like slapping each other on the back if they're using women or whatever. But if they say they want to have a committed relationship or something, or even if they're doing the work, that's just an example, right? If they say they want to have a committed relationship, the mates are like, "What the hell are you doing?" You know? It's weird, isn't it? So the inner work will be exactly the same too. Like, what the hell are you doing? What the hell are you doing, you pussy? Maybe the man getting into the feminine is the way to the divine masculine. I don't know. I'm not a man, so I wouldn't know. I think I'm just picking up on the energies and trying to put it in words so that we can make sense of it, so that we can feel better about it. I think that's my place here, not to figure out. I know my place isn't to like heal narcissists, but some people suggested that when I was going through my own healing. It's like, how could I possibly do that if I've not experienced it? I'm not one of them. I'm not a man. I have no idea. But there's something going on with the masculine right now for sure, with that card coming out, and with the energy update today. Oh, I should read them out of the book, shouldn't I? Cards, which are very interesting. Let's read him out. The King of Crystals. Here we go. King of Crystals here. The King of Pentacles. Business savvy, logical, family oriented, pragmatic. It's important to think methodically with your plans. If you look to the future with a clear vision and move forward with self-discipline and determination, there's nothing you cannot accomplish. The King of Crystals reminds us to stay attentive to detail and be open to new opportunities that show up along the way. People. The King of Crystals is an extremely capable and practical person. Once they set their mind to a task, they'll always follow through with their work until it's completed. Being ambitious and dedicated, they're more often than not highly successful in their careers. Their pragmatism can provide you with clear and honest advice, and they're always willing to help those who ask for guidance or direction. Yes. So they're doing it for themselves, but when people ask for guidance or direction, absolutely, they help them. They're not going out seeking, trying to push guidance and direction onto people. I was just getting from that. The King of Crystals can sometimes come off as shy or introverted, but do not be fooled, or even selfish. But do not be fooled by this exterior. Underneath a highly sensitive spiritual being, find deep connections to the earth and nature. Shy and introverted. I told you. The ones that are doing the work are appearing shy and introverted. Oh, I can't wait for them to come out. Because I'm very much attracted to the masculine. Men, yeah, but the masculine. I'm not attracted to feminine in men. Some women are, I know. Some friends are. I'm not. Then Which came first, the chicken or the egg? Then we've got the Queen of Pentacles, the counterpart. Let me read the Queen of Pentacles out then. Getting hit by an ice storm. Good luck. Got hussy socks on. We lose SARS, which is very similar. Swine flu, stuff like that, bird flu, didn't they disappear? Flu hasn't disappeared, but I don't know. It's a virus. It's the same as any virus. We can't win, but we can, hopefully, we can make sure that we're well. Queen of Pentacles is grounded. She's a mother. She's generous. She's successful. She's independent. She's financially stable, and she's sensible. Oh. Yeah. When the Queen of Pentacles comes up in a reading, it can signify you or someone you may know. It may indicate a woman who's independent and financially stable. She's a hard worker and may have a straightforward way about her mannerisms. She takes her time with all things because she's practical. She's generous and a very good mother. She's caring about the earth and Mother Nature. She's usually liked by anyone she comes across because of her kindness and charming ways. She's Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn under the earth sign. Let's hear about her shadow, though. Ungrounded, shallow, jealous, unstable, impractical, disloyal. When the Queen of Pentacles is reversed in a reading, it can indicate you or someone you may know. She's not stable in finances or things that involve money. She may be a bit possessive or jealous with romantic endeavors and friendships. She could be very hard to be around most times and have to force a relationship. New friends and people intrigued by her independent ways, but soon turn away from her lack of care or negative gossip. She represents Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn under the earth signs. You know what I'm getting from this? Not the shadow stuff, I just thought it might be fun to read that out. Is that, you know how he's doing it quietly? She did it quietly too. She's been doing the work quietly too, really. There's not many people that we can share it with, right? We can share it in here, the work that we've been doing, but I don't have conversations like this with my friends. So we can understand where the masculine's at, because this work does need to be done alone, right? Kind of explains how I am. I do seem introverted and shy, but I'm to those I don't know, feel that don't vibe with. Yeah. Yeah. Same, and I think that's a good way to be. Otherwise, we're sharing our energy and taking on energy from people of energy that we don't want to take on, right? Here they are, the king and the queen, both doing their inner work. And then the Ten of Pentacles. Look at them, both together. Who's that with the dogs? Who's that old dude? With the dogs? I don't know. But Ten of Pentacles. Let's read that out too from this book. It's having it all together. Will, intolerant. No. Will, inheritance. Solid foundation, heirlooms, family business. Contracts. When the Ten of Pentacles comes up in a reading, it may signify security and solid foundations. So these two are building those firm foundations in themselves, and it shows in their lives. It shows that what the internal work that they're doing shows externally in their lives, right? So they've got that solid foundations in themselves. and then they come together. Coming together with family, both old and new, is recommended with this card. It also signifies family ties, perhaps a family business or contracts, like a soul contract. You may consider looking into your family history and ancestry, or not. Inheritance may be associated with this card as well. Your home life should be good at this time for you as well. Go back to the good memories in life and embrace your old school ways and traditions. Mm. Yeah, I'm not shy either, but I can appear that way sometimes, just because I don't want to put my energy out there. I do like to be quiet when I first meet people and feel them out. I've learned to do that instead of just steaming on in there. I observe first. So it takes me a while to open up. I've learned to do that. I've learned that that's what healthy people do. I've noticed it. Like I said before, when I was doing my self-love thing, and then I started meeting healthy people at the gym, those people were always there, but I only said hey to them before. Not only wasn't I opening up to them before, they weren't opening up to me because that's what they were doing. They were feeling me out. That's what healthy people do. They're not just friends with anyone. They're like, oh, he's an addict. Here's an alcoholic. Here's a dangerous person. Here's someone that's really hurt. I'll be friends with them. And fall in love with them. They're not doing stuff like that. They've learned to be careful with themselves because they're loving themselves. They put themselves in dangerous situations or with people that are going to trigger them or with people that, have got completely different energy than them. I need more coffee. So yeah, I'm very outgoing in fact, but I appear to be quiet at first. I'm not. But look at that. The King and Queen of Pentacles and then the Ten of Pentacles coming together. Stuck up. I get that too, Chris. Just quiet at first. I get that too. Sometimes people think I'm a bitch too when they first meet me because of that. Sometimes I am a bitch. Sometimes I am putting that out, that energy, if I don't want to be around them. But it's not just that. It's not just that I don't want to be around them. Some people that have become close friends to me have said, I thought you were a bitch when I first met you because of that. It's interesting. It's just the way people process it, or what they've experienced before. I think you're stuck up. Yeah. I get that. And, I get that because when you've got a lot of self-confidence and when you're loving yourself, you can appear that way too. It's like when you get called arrogant just because you're confident. It's not confident people that say stuff like that. It's just we interpret it depending on our own energy, right? I smell like almonds. The new shower oil that I got is just gorgeous. I am actually noticing a difference in my skin, even for these new products. I just got them yesterday, but the ones that I was using before that, my skin is feeling better. You might notice a difference in it as well. The face is a little bit slower, but we'll see. Anyway, more coffee and pee and banana time. Make a drink, everybody. I'll be right back. It's all right. That was spooky. Maybe I died because I'm not back on the camera. Oh, I'm back now on the camera. Thanks, Misha. Misha. People always think I'm stuck up or a bitch, but I'm skeptical of people. Yeah, who cares what they think anyway, really? You're making a mixed drink. You're having tea, Chris. What's everyone drinking? Misha, have you got a question for your reading? Resting bitch face. You know, I've got a resting smile face, and my dad has too. And we used to laugh at him because my dad watches TV. I do exactly the same thing. My dad watches TV with a smile on his face. We used to take the piss out of him so much. I do too, though. I've got a resting smile face. It's weird. Morning, Misha. Oh, cool. Thank you, Misha. I'm getting so much praise. I'm going to get a big head, especially on not my YouTube page. On the YouTube, yeah, but also mostly on my Facebook page now. Getting so much praise. It's great. Love it. So thank you. Well, my twin flame who has just broken up with me after a 5-month relationship returned me. Wow. Long Island iced tea. Wait for the ice storm to come. Put a glass outside, catch one of them. Oh, I was thinking about my ice storm that was like cricket ball size. Misha, let's do you. While I'm eating my breakfast. I've actually lost 1.5 kilos. That's about 3 or 4 pounds since I started training again. Since I stopped having honey, started eating bananas in the morning. I haven't got much to lose. My clothes are getting a bit tight, so I need to act fast. Woody Flame has just broken up with you. Return to you. Hang on, get some more cards out before I interpret this. Maybe. Because it's interesting. Everyone's being so guided at the moment. More than ever. And separations, whether it's in a relationship or not, aren't what they appear at the moment. You know, whether it's in friendships or in family rifts and things like that. It isn't what it appears on the surface or what it would have been in the past. You know what I mean? So for example, at the first week in January, I had the guidance to like stop socializing, pull back, withdraw, all of that kind of stuff. That's about me, right? It's not about anyone else. It's about me. So if I get that guidance, other people are getting guidance too. And so there's an innocence about this breakup, I mean, and something creative about it. So it suggests to me that your person, Misha, has just kind of been redirected, like higher self taking them by the shoulders, moving, like focus on that, kind of create that in your life. And you've got patience and go deeper. So for you, of course, when there's a rift like that, a pulling away, there's something for both of you to do. So they're focused on creating something, I don't know, sorting out the money or something like that, something business or following the passion, something like that. For you, it's about this patience of going deeper into yourself. It's almost like you both need to take things to the next level inside of yourselves before you come back together. What I was just saying then about the King and the Queen of Pentacles, about that stability. There's something in that for you too, Misha. But it's about you going deeper, deeper into yourself. It could be like deeper into your intuition, deeper into who you really are, being like really firm on that. Remember, these energies that I'm talking about, these masculine energies and stuff, we've all got them inside of us, right? So we've all been in toxic masculine to a certain degree, because that's what's worked in the world, especially if you've worked in corporate and things like that, you know, or worked anywhere really. So you could be right now, you probably are, because that's what I'm saying. Hang on, I need to throw these banana skins away. You could be getting more, going deeper into yourself, getting more aligned with you being you, maybe more into your feminine. That's what it feels like to me. Having patience with yourself to get more into that feminine. You know, in 2012, I was channeling all this stuff about being more feminine. Totally wasn't. I totally wasn't at the time. I was more on the surface, but I wasn't really owning it. I wasn't really owning that queen energy. And that's what those Lemurian masters were doing with me and my clients at the time, channeling through us. And we were trying to figure out what the feminine is. It's pretty much what the masculine is doing now. Was anyone else doing that in around 2012? Questioning, what is feminine anyway? What do I want it to be? That's what the masculine is doing now. That's what you're doing now. So go deeper into that and have patience with yourself. And thank you for your donation, Misha. So yeah, I'd say yes. I'd say yes, it will come back together. Up early in the morning for virtual school. I get up early every morning for this. So I've realised when I get up in the morning, I always say, here we go. I say it out loud. Here we go. I noticed myself doing that this morning. Let's get more tarot out for the collective. Now I've had my bananas. There's too many then. Just one card. What else? So we've got the King of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles and coming together. Tell us more on this. Six of Cups. This card. This was going to happen. Oh, I'm picking up this energy of everyone knew you were going to be together. People see it right away, right? You know how I was saying about me and my man? Who's maybe my man, I don't know. People saw it straight away. As soon as we got together, they're like, when are you going to get married then? There's something about it. Like the Six of Cups energy is like it's reminiscing and looking back and stuff like that. It can be that, but more often than not, when I get that card, I just get this like twin flame energy from it, soulmate energy, destined to be together, kind of a fated love. Tell us more about this then. Timing too. A fated time as well. Are you willing? The targetist said about that balance. We've got some very strong cards coming out here. It's the 11th of February. We've got the new moon tomorrow. That was apparently supposed to be really important. We've got some strong cards here. I'm just trying to think to tie it all in. The Four of Inspiration, which is the marriage card. It's like commitment. It's actually taking action as well. The Four of Inspiration on that. So this is more like a fated union kind of thing, but there's no action there. It's just feelings. A feeling that other people get, a feeling that you get too about the union. This is the action of the commitment, which is totally different, right? This is the actual investment in it. A lot of people connecting with that reading yesterday. Was it yesterday's? Where someone comes forward and actually wants to commit now. And you're like, why now? Not really trusting them when they do. That's like action. Actually coming in and wanting commitment. Heart shining out. The pages are children sometimes. And look, she's got like in her womb there. She's got a new world. The heart's shining out. But it's right at the start. The page is also the start of things, right? It's an innocent energy. It's a child energy. She's got something going on in her womb, her heart shining out. It's almost like the feminine has completed a cycle. Not like that. But completed a cycle and ready to move into the new, into a whole new cycle. So her heart's shining out. She's keeping her vibration steady. And in the womb here, that's what we've had, right? We're birthing something new. The feminine is birthing something new. The egg is cracking kind of thing. She's got it there in her womb, but there's something about children involved in this too, because of that womb there. It's almost like the birth of her and the birth of a child too, the birth of a new age. It's all of it. It's something new for the feminine too. There is something new for the feminine too. There's a new way of being. There's a lot of change coming up. Look, it's the Empress. And then she gives birth to all of these planets. The Empress card is the mother. Yeah, why is everyone so quiet? You're freaking me out. You're just like watching me like zombies. The Empress is the mother. There's something about this too. Hi, Sandra. There's something about this too, about the masculine. A compulsion in the masculine for this child, the woman, the marriage, the commitment. There's an urge. There's like a primal urge in a way, and they might not know where it's coming from to do this. Literally. Yes, the Six of Cups energy is behind it, so it's destined, fated, all of that kind of stuff. But they might not hear, like they might not hear it intuitively in the same way that a woman might do it, and realize what that is. The King's just spinning around here. King's tripping out. You can't stay still. I'm too busy listening. Oh, it smells so good. You should be able to smell me now. It smells so good. I smell a little bit of swimming pool. I was in a swimming pool a fair bit yesterday. It's getting hotter now. We had winter. It lasted a couple of weeks where it was slightly chilly. Now it's like The last 2 days have been hot, hot, hot. So you'll notice I'm wearing bikinis now because when I finish work I get straight in that pool to cool down. You've never seen the card. You have the deck. Seriously, Chris, find it. Might be hiding from you. Which card? The page. I'm feeling it's the page that you're talking about. You've seen the Empress, I'm sure of it. The page. Well, the page may be just not coming out for you. See, the pages are, it's like the feminine version of the knight kind of thing. The knight's the prince, the page is the princess. It's children. It's a childlike energy, but it's also the start of things as well. Something like a beginner's mind kind of thing. Something is starting for the feminine. Like, we're going to be like thrown into the unknown when this happens. Of course we are. Like, what the hell do we do now? Oh, you Sandy Bams. I like your name. Sandy Bums. I read it as Sandy Bums. I think of like little kids on the beach. Little kids playing on the beach with the Sandy Bums. That's what goes through my head when I see your name, Sandra. Thanks, April. I've had this a very long time. It's just like a tie-around thing, pretty see-through. Very long time. I think I bought this when I first visited Australia, before I even moved there. This top is 22 years old or something. Page, yeah. I knew it was the page you're talking about. This deck, Arabella. The Lovers. They're compelled. The masculine is compelled. To be with his Empress. Be with his Queen. You might not know why. But like I said, those ascended masters, those Lemurian masters as I've called them, archangels, I don't know. They're the big guys with the hooded capes on in the spiritual world that I've been channeling for, well, back in 2012 for a few years, and then they went quiet on me, abandoned me. No, they didn't abandon me, but the back, they've come in every now and then, but they're back now, and apparently they're helping the masculine now. So they're not back with me so much, but I'm hearing about them. And they're yelling at the masculine right now. Like the guidance is strong for the masculine right now, for men. Guidance is strong for men right now. The Lovers. So they're feeling this compulsion because they've got, like, literally got guys going, hey, get her pregnant, that kind of thing. So they're feeling this compulsion to get into union. But remember, this is the ones that have done the work. They're doing the inner work. I'm doing the work. Silently and alone. So the Lovers. Look at these cards. Can you believe it? The King of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, the Four of Wands, the Page of Emotions, the Empress, the Lovers. Whatever next? Whatever next? What would be the perfect card to come out next in this reading? Guess what it is. What would be the perfect card to come out next in this reading? Right, you've all got to guess this. Because it is. It's the perfect card to come out next. What would tie all of this up nicely? That's insane. I told you, my guides are getting really funny lately. The card. They are playing jokes with the cards for sure. This isn't a joke though. I mean, this is like the perfect card to come next for sure. You'll be able to guess it, I'm sure. One of you anyway. So if you think about it, the King, the Queen of Pentacles, then the Union card, the Ten of Pentacles, Fate, fated connection, actually taking action, Page of Emotions, Empress, the Lovers. What comes next after that? Who's by themselves there? Who's by themselves in those cards? Come on, everybody, wake up. Do your homework. Where did they go? No, this is tarot. But yeah, we're probably going to get those cards out too, Nina. Twin flame marriage. No, this is a tarot card. It's a tarot card. Still, we're still on the tarot. Let's do the. While you're all guessing about that, because I'm sure you're going to get it. No, not the Hierophant, but a good guess there. I have seen the Hierophant this morning. It smiled at me when I was shuffling. I think you spelled it right. I don't know. I get it wrong too. Is it H-E-I? Yeah, no, I think you got it right. Hierophant, yeah. It's a strange word, isn't it? A bit like elephant, but a hierophant. Tarot card. All right, let's get some love cards out. Oops. Love cards out while you're all guessing there. One time I tried to put together like the perfect. No, not the lovers again. We've all got already got the lovers out. The masculine. Which masculine, Arabella? You're right in the masculine, but which one? We've got engagement out here. There's a commitment. It's headed there. Being shoved in that direction. Not the. Yes, Chris, the Emperor. It's the Emperor. Right? Because we've got the Empress there and we've got the lovers, and then the Emperor shows up, right? Who are the lovers? The Empress and the Emperor. Wisdom and passion. He's integrating it. He's shining out now. What he's learned. Wisdom and passion is coming in. It's like it's on a fast track. They're yelling at him, and he knows that he's got to do something. And it's almost like I'm getting this. As I said, I'm not a masculine. I'm not a man, so I can't really tap into the energies that well. But of course, I'm channeling this for us to know what the hell's going on, so we feel better. And am I forgetting you, Nina? And then, what's his name? Yeah, they're like it seems to me like they're on a fast track, like they're really being guided intensely right now. So they'll have done just enough inner work to get themselves to the point where they can come, and they'll feel a strong compulsion. You see, I'm getting this. I'm also getting this message too that even though the feminine, we've probably been codependent, and we're going to be so wary of committing too fast because we know ourselves. We're going to be so wary of overgiving and overhelping. But I'm getting this message now with this one, you need to give at first. You'll need to give at first. I keep on getting that through. You'll need to give at first, so we need to get over that. Nina, I did. I missed you. I didn't see your thing at all. Sorry, Nina. Thank you for your donation. What do you guys want to tell you? Let's find out. Yeah, once I did a Celtic crossbred to take a picture of the cards, and I picked them out individually myself, trying to make the perfect reading kind of thing. But that, I mean, those cards all coming out together like that is insane. Nina, you're letting go of things right now, emotional stuff. Letting go of emotional stuff right now, cleansing, just releasing it, letting it go completely. Um, you might have little memories coming up of things that bugged you before, or past things that you've kind of let go of, and you're just feeling like, yeah, I'm done with that now. It's just stuff like that. It's a whole load of little letting go, little letting goes. As you are respecting and valuing yourself more to a whole new level, like to the Empress level kind of thing, is what I was talking about. Around 2012, the Lemurian masters were helping me and my customers at the time to get into our femininity, but it was this very strong femininity. They kept on putting us on thrones and stuff, energetically, and giving us things. And it was, it was getting us to respect and value ourselves. They were showing us that we were valued and getting us to feel that, even though we weren't feeling it from the external world then at all, not in the slightest. We had to own that energy first before we could get it from the external world. So you're in that stage now of sitting yourself on a throne and becoming the Empress and feeling like you are and realizing just how much you deserve, especially in relationships, I'm hearing. But yeah, just how much you deserve. So meditate on that. It does feel like those ascended masters actually want to lead you through something, so meditate and let them take your energy there easier. There's lots of little letting goes that you've been doing. It's kind of leading you to this point to meditate on that. Let them guide you to that energy. Hi, Suzanne. So I didn't forget you, Nina. I just didn't see it. The comments are coming in batches at the moment. The Wi-Fi must be really slow, so whenever it updates the comments, it puts a whole page of 2 pages of them there. So that'll be why I missed you. You need some encouragement. Oh, you've missed so much. You're gonna have to watch the replay. Today's energy update was much needed for me. I could feel my vibration lowering. I could feel self-doubt seeping in. Yes. Watch the energy update. Instantly felt better. Woo! Good. I'm glad. People are telling me that they feel a lot of hope. They listen to me and feel a lot of hope. That's good. Yes. I'm glad I can raise people's vibrations in a way that's protective of me too. It's amazing. It's why I've worked online, and have done for many years now, because there's no energetic distance between us, but there's enough distance by working online that I don't take it on. It's not draining to me at all. I'm yet to get to that point in person yet. Cool, Nina. So I'm glad I can do that. Whereas the people that I'm around in person, I get drained still. I don't want to be. But I'm not, I don't want to be an uplifter. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to give my energy away. Sure, I want to inspire, yes. But a lot of the time, the people that I'm around physically, some of them get inspired. Only the ones that are taking care of themselves. The other ones, the ones that are in a mess, and the codependent ones, they get jealous or they try and copy me and stuff. They get obsessed. I've said that in here before, haven't I? People get obsessed with me. It's because they need healing, and in person. So online, they just get to know my work, right? And so it's all good. In person, they latch on. They latch onto my energy and kind of try and take energy from me instead of doing the work. It's exhausting. Maybe you're all experiencing that too. Hard to deal with people. Muggles. Not even muggles, hey? What are you doing there? The wolf spirit is in the wrong place. Let's get some more cards out. Oh, I was doing the love ones, wasn't I? So we've got engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. It's exhausting. It is. It's freaky. And I hate when people do it because when I notice it and I'm like, oh God, you've latched up. Now I've got to completely drop you completely and cut everything off. Because it's not healthy. It's not healthy for them. It's not healthy for me. Copying, pretending that me. Oh, boyfriend told me that. I had a customer. She totally did that. And my boyfriend at the time told me, he's like, you know she's not like you. You know that, don't you? I'm like, how so? It's like, she's pretending to be you. She's pretending to be like you. He's like, I don't trust her. Really? And she was. Tell you what, when you cut those kind of people off, they get mad. They're energy vampires, they are. Oh, and they can be sneaky. It's that, it came up in the energy update today that the energy of that, this card, what is it? The shapeshifter card from this deck. Love has just showed itself to me, the swan. But you know, the shapeshifter card, it's someone who's kind of sneaky. See? That's the energy I was getting from this. My dear friend. Are they really? Ah. Funny you say draining, because I said no today to a toxic person who wanted my advice help, but it drains my energy, so I'm like, just can't be there. Good job. Yeah, and they get mad when you say no to them. Like, do you get mad when people say no to you? I don't. I'm so okay. They get mad when you say no to them. Freaky. Yeah, so I have to watch out for that. But working online is great for me. There's a lot of energy vampires around, right? I'm just feeling it in this relationship too. They're going to be inspiring, but they're also going to be triggering to people as well. There's a lot of energy vampires around. There are going to be energy vampires around for the Empress and for the Emperor too, and also for the union, the couple. There's going to be a lot of jealous people, triggered people about it. But remember what I was saying the other day, that's actually inspiration. It's actually inspiration. It's just a lower level of inspiration. Grim Reaper. Da, da, da. The relationship is over. No second chances. Grow and transform your life. There's people to cut out now. Ruthless. You know how I was saying that little revelation that I had that you guys helped me with just then before about why do I keep on thinking about when people try and take me into that darkness about myself, my personal self? Why do I go there with them? It's because I'm not fast enough to cut it off. Because I feel it when it's not right. And I'll do it within my work, you know. Someone asks to join Psychic Cafe, I feel a no straight away, and I say, and it's a click no. But as I said, it's easy online, hey. It's both easy online to pour out a heap of crap and be really mean to people as you wouldn't do it in the face, but it's also easy online to be empowered, to be the Queen of Swords. All of it's easier online, right? It's easier to say no online than it is in person. Huh. And it's easier for them to talk crap as well. You're running out of people to cut off. That's a good thing, guys. Remember, the ones that are opening up, you're all being quiet. You're all being quiet. We're all being quiet in person, right? We've got to wait for this shift to happen. We're not just waiting on ourselves, but we are waiting on ourselves too to keep our vibration steady. So this Grim Reaper is like, be sure. Not as in second guess yourself and ask yourself over and again, should I really cut this person off? Trust yourself sooner and be sure about yourself and your decisions. This is about friendships, it's about past relationships and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, it's very important to be clear with boundaries and not cave in and go, oh, all right then, don't do that. You've always had a very selective group of people in your life. Good. I haven't. Oh my God, I haven't. I've let anyone and everyone in. I love now. Have you noticed? I hardly ever get those trolls or anyone. It's great. Not in here. There's the occasional one, but really, there's probably about 3. And I've been doing this for 1.5 years. This show. Yeah. Boundaries. Felt so good to say no. And that's how you know, isn't it? It does feel good when you do it. And that's how you know you're not a bitch. You know what I mean? It is. It's because you feel good. Normally I'd take on his problems and his emotions and end up exhausted and drained. Yeah. And he's not learned a thing. He's not taken it for himself. And we've got to put the energy back where it belongs, right? And not take it on. But, I think there has been a place for what we've been doing. I think there has been a place. As I said, I think also that the masculines in the feminine, the men in the feminine, I think there's a place for that as well. Maybe it's a step, I don't know, to figuring it all out. Just as the feminine getting into the masculine has been a step too, right? Look back in history, that's what we did, right? We all got jobs and we started to vote, and then it's been an integral part of our awakening has been the women having to get into the masculine. It absolutely has. Oh, interesting. And then realizing this sucks. I'm not a man and I don't want to be a man, and I don't want to have to be masculine to get money and have my own house. Stuff like that. There's going to be a muggle that becomes a keyboard warrior. Yeah, for sure, right? But they tend to stay away from me because I'm scary. I'm scary. That's what a Psycho Sam said. The one with the gym. Psycho that got in between me and my boyfriend. We're getting girls showing up at our gym now saying, yeah, I've trained there, he's a psycho. Yes, he is. That's what he used to say all the time. It's like, Claire, everyone's scared of you. I had to hold it back. Like, yet you should be the only one that's scared of me. Keyboard warrior. Keeps on doing the same thing. Keeps getting the same results. Never takes the advice. Never does any new work. God, no. You can't help those that won't help themselves. Well said, Jill. Absolutely true. You can't do it for them. You can't even inspire them to do it. I have alarm bells ring, and sometimes women can say, he's going through, is kind of awakening at the moment. He's going through a wake up at the moment about the boyfriend or ex or whatever. And it's like, no, they're not. And I always know whenever a girl or a woman says that, it's like, you're trying to force it in them. You're trying to see something that's not even there. A suffragette, right? Oh, wow. What we've been through. Now it's the masculine's turn. But I think the masculine is actually going to get it easy. But faster. So maybe not. Yeah, the women have gone first for sure. So important. Challenges are so important. That's why we can't take it from people. Do it for them, right? I would stop telling them, Jill. I would just walk away. Let them crash. People need to crash themselves, right? They need to have the results of their actions to wake up. Individuality. You leave your unique stamp of love on everything you do. Hang on, I'm going back to what Jill was just saying there. Hey, Donna. Thank you for loving my reading. Yeah, I would question your need to tell them that they need therapy, to point out what it is. That's a codependent thing, being overly involved in them and telling them what they need to do. It's not going to get anywhere. It's literally not going to get anywhere. It's not going to get in. They need to find that out for themselves. It doesn't matter. It might not even be their path to do it, right? And it's funny because my codependent friends, when I just like let my man go, it's like, no, he needs to figure it out himself. He needs to figure out Psycho Sam is a Psycho Sam himself. I can't tell him, right? He needs to figure it out himself. I know people, they need to figure it out themselves. Otherwise, it's going to argue with me and it's going to, you know. And then, so I just let him go, right? I didn't message him or anything. My friends were like, you need to talk. You two need to talk. I'm like, no. He needs his time. He needs his time to figure it out. And even now, everyone's saying, oh, you should go and see him. You should call him up. You should force it. You should do this. I'm like, no, I shouldn't. He's like sorting his life out. I'm not a part of that. So being able to take a step back. Remember, we had that guidance weeks ago. The strongest thing to do is nothing. The strongest thing to do is pull back. The strongest thing to do is not say anything. Some people thrive in the worst. Some people are so happy in the misery. When I had my husband move out for a time, someone asked me, do you think he will change in 6 months? I said, no. I went for the divorce. Good on you. I've already decided if he responds negatively or angry, I'll block him. I'm done. Good. I would block him anyway right now. Or maybe not block him, just don't respond anymore. No matter what. As we get older, so many are locked into bad behaviours that just keep on getting worse. Yeah, some people don't get that wisdom with age, right? It's a shame. Isn't it? But anyway, back to individuality. Two individuals coming together. You see, the first cards out were the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. Doing it for themselves. They're doing it for themselves. Got to be an individual. You got to be an individual first. Doing it for yourself. Leaving your unique stamp of love on everything you do. Nine of Pentacles energy. I tell you what, it's almost like the Queen of Pentacles has turned into the Nine of Pentacles for me at the moment. I keep on feeling the Nine of Pentacles energy of her doing it for herself. Same with the King too, doing it for themselves. But then they're coming out with the Ten of Pentacles. They're coming together now. Individuality is so important. Knowing where you begin and end your own energy, your own decisions, your feelings, your mind, your intuition. Getting so strong on that and being really individual. That is the cure for codependency, for empathy gone bad, for the empath in the negative expression. It's the cure for it. It's the absolute cure for it. How can people be happy? How can people be happy in misery? I don't know, but they are. You know, people that cling to the misery. It's the happy place. It is. It really is. It's weird, but yeah, you have to look after yourself. Make it all about you now. Stop focusing on people and what they're not doing and what they need to do. And it's such a distraction. It's almost devil energy, that inside of yourself, focusing on someone else and what they're not doing and what they need to do and what it keeps you totally distracted from yourself. Go and look in the mirror instead, Jill, and focus totally on yourself. That's the self-loving thing to do. Notice what you need to do. And then you'll attract someone that's doing that too. Turn away, Jill, turn away. Individuality, the individual, focusing on ourselves. And it's not, it kind of is selfish, but it's not selfish. It kind of is narcissistic, but it's not narcissistic, you know? It's not. It's doing the best for everyone when we do that. This is how we get into that balance. As I said, it was when I was doing that individuality, that started, and people that were healthy started opening up to me, and I started opening up to them. And they're totally reciprocal. You don't even need to think about it. I don't need to mistrust them. Like I said, they can ask me for help and I help them. I can ask them for help and I know I can trust them. Really. It's so easy when you're around those people. But it starts with that individuality first. So it's best for everyone in the long term. And then we can be the example, right? When you're having positive interactions with people. It's interesting. It's like I told you guys, I think yesterday, that a friend of mine who is healthy, he, emotionally and that, he asked me to borrow some money. And I said, yes, straight away. And he asked me, not emotionally, not crumpling, just asked me, clean as. And I said, yes. And I gave it to him right away. And I don't know, there's just a difference in the energy. There's such a difference in the energy. While you still allow people to throw their hooks into you, their energetic hooks into you, he wasn't throwing a hook into me at all. He wasn't emotionally invested in asking for that money. Totally different from when my friend showed up here and he was in his victimhood and he asked to borrow some money in tears and I cried too. That is totally different. That wasn't a lending money situation at all. That was a giving him money, right? We've got to be careful of that when we let people throw their hooks into us. It's all about balance, indeed it is. I feel like I'm so helpful to others because it was a distraction from my own inner crap. That's exactly what it is. Yeah, you feel like you're helpful to them, but you're not. You're enabling them, right? When we take it off them, it's enabling. It's stopping them from doing it themselves. It's stopping the reason for doing it themselves. Yeah, totally true. That's what we do. And it's not that we can't help people, right? Because on the other side of being healthy, then you really can help people, the ones that come to you and ask you for help. Happy New Year. Did you hear that one then? Firecrackers. Humility. You've developed the loving awareness that you and everyone else are the same, but on different paths. Different paths. Yeah. They're on a different path than you, Jill. Yeah, and people give us the clues too. You're right, Gabe. And those people give us the clues too. So whatever it is you're seeing in him is exactly what you've got going on with you. So whatever you say to him, Jill, go and say it in a mirror to yourself. It's like that ugly mirror that I talk about when someone's doing something to extreme. We can see it really clearly in them, but then we don't own it in ourselves. I'm doing the same thing that he is, right? When you realize that, wow, very empowering because they give us the clues. They're very helpful to us, in fact. Who's the helper? Is it us or is it them? They're showing us. Why are you reacting to it? Because it's within you. That's the only reason we react to these things. It is. And that's very powerful work when you get to that stage. Let's get some tea leaf cards out. Let's get a little bit more randomness into this. These tea leaf cards kind of bring it down to earth, don't they? Because it's all very conceptual and in the inner healing stuff. These bring it down to like what actually might be going on. Good fortune. We're going to get so rewarded for all of this work for sure. A beetle. Good fortune. The brave. What's that saying? Good fortune awaits the brave? Is that what it is? These two just came out together. Wealth and marriage. Love and money. It's the same vibration. Not marriage, but love. Love and money. It's the same vibration. It's abundance. Once we open to it, we open to it. It all starts flying in. Good, Timothy. Yeah, they do. They help us a lot, right? They give us the clues. Here we go. Trouble accusations. Got to be wary of those other people there, because they're going to react to you, right? We're reacting to them. It's giving us clues. They're going to be reacting to you, hurling stuff at you. Trouble accusations. They make it about them. Codependents make it about them. Fire. Strong emotion, passionate love or hate. A friend turns into an enemy just like that. As soon as you say no, boom. After all I've done for you. It's that energy. Boom. Strong emotion, passionate love or hate. A shark. And then your money turns to shit. When you carry on getting involved with that, trying to please those people. Loss in material, wow, the sharks. It's the same energy, you see. You're giving to those sharks, you're giving into that fear, the people that are projecting. He calls marriage, yeah. I know. I'm going to do the other cards too, and they will all come out, right? Go together like a baby carriage. Yeah, that's important too, Timothy. I wasn't busy looking for a flaw, I was just using your insights. Yeah, because we can question ourselves on that. Oh, especially with the law of, when people get stuck in the law of attraction, on the law of attraction stuff, is we can start judging ourselves for it. Oh, I'm looking for the flaws. Let's ignore the flaws. Let's ignore the flaws. It's like, no, don't do that. Don't ignore the flaws or the red flags or anything. That's insane. That's dangerous to us, right? So don't think, oh no, I'm being so judgmental. I'm looking for the flaws. I shouldn't do that. Yeah. Out of the frying pan to the fire. That's exactly right. That's where the sharks are. Fire sharks. It's hell. That's hell. Oh, look at the dolphin. It's my man. It's called Dolphin. Financial gain. Usually coming from something you did in the past. Right. This dolphin says all your work in the past is going to be rewarded. Remember, I was saying this months ago. It's all in your escrow, in your universal bank account, even from past lives. That karma is happening. But we did it in the past and we're like, how come it's not working? How come it's not working? How come it's not working? It is working. You just got to wait. Patience. We're like, patience? No, but the law of attractions teaches say I can put a date on it. And if I write it down, I can put a date on it. It's like, no, you can't. It's more complex than that. Plenty of material things. See? Beetle, luck, marriage, wealth, dolphin. Not just receiving the rewards from what we're doing now, but what we've done before and in past lives. Plenty of material things goes with it. And this, a goal-oriented person too. So it's like you have been reaching your goals and you don't even realize, because the stuff that you're going to get from it comes later. Let's not go more into the darkness. I think those 3 cards are enough. What else were we getting out? You've got a toxic friend that needs to go, but she's good friends with my twin flame. Ooh. They probably need to learn the same lesson too, hey? Your twin flame, I mean. It's tricky, hey? What were the other cards you called? Let's get them out now. It's all very specific today, isn't it? And like I said before, the wealth, the money, the material stuff, it does come when you're open to love too, when you're letting the right people love you. That's when you know you're open, and when you're willing, and the love comes in, and the money comes in, and the material stuff comes in. People start giving you stuff, taking care of you, giving you a leg up, helping you, because you're helping yourself. And so that you feel safe now. You feel safe to help out. Remember, these other people, they can feel someone that's not taking care of themselves, someone that's not reciprocal, someone that's not safe to give to or to receive from. Not safe to receive from. Codependents aren't safe to receive from. We know that, right? Because they say, when you say no to them, they're like, boom. And then they hate you. You need to love yourself. Absolutely, Arabella. I said it again. Absolutely, Arabella. I said that yesterday. There's something in that. Absolutely, Arabella. It's your brand or something. I don't know. Fulfillment. It's a great name for a brand. Absolutely, Arabella. Fulfillment. It's ripe. It's ready. Which one was it out of this deck? The Marriage, the Swans. No, it's not, unfortunately. It's a riddle. We're piecing it together. It's pieces of the jigsaw puzzle. It's a riddle. We're trying to piece it together. That's what I really feel like that at the moment. It's like I'm super sleuth kind of thing, figuring it all out, like listening to the energy and interpreting it as like where we're headed now, where we're headed, what do we need to do? Because it's such fine-tuning work now that we're doing. It's yeah, what's next then? What's next? It's like a riddle. The jigsaw pieces coming together. It's a mountain. There's work to do. Have to be willing to do it for the feminine too. I mean, it's not like, oh, and now then we're in paradise. We come together in the twin flame and then we're in paradise. It's like, oh, no. Then there's work to do. That's when it starts. Arabella's new clothing line. That's when we get creating. That's when the real work begins. But it's going to be easy and it's going to be blissful. Remember, this kitty says bliss. She's blinged up too. This kitty, the blissful kitty, she's blinged up. She's got the material stuff. It goes with it. The material stuff goes with it. Oh, why this cat just does not want to be focused on. Come on. There we go. See all that bling she's got on her. She's got material stuff and she's a cat. Cats can't go shopping. Cats can't go shopping. That's what I'm going to call this video. Because seriously, I called the one yesterday preparing for the twin flame, and this next week it's the same title. I'm like, I can't keep on calling these videos the same thing. Cats can't go shopping. That's what this one's going to be called. Cats can't go shopping, you see, but they can attract it. can attract material wealth. The work never ends. Life would be boring if it did. Full moon behind. Yeah, I noticed that too. The peach and the full moon. It gets better and better. It does. It gets more and more blissful. You keep on choosing better for yourself. You get rewarded every step of the way too. We do get rewards. Like the big stuff is coming for sure, but we do get rewards along the way. Be loyal to what you love and what feels good. Be loyal to how you're feeling. Be loyal to yourself, yeah? Like I was saying, that's what I need to do now is be quicker with my intuition. Be quicker saying no. Be loyal to what you love. Don't try and force yourself to open up to what you don't love. Don't try and force yourself into places you shouldn't be. Don't try and force yourself to heal before you're ready. Don't try and force yourself to love what you don't love. Be loyal to yourself and your heart. Because we've all got different paths, remember? Something said that. We've all got different paths. Thank God not everyone wants to live on this island. It's very quiet right now, but when it's normal, there's a lot of people live here. Who else have we got in this deck? Tim, not Tom. Time to heal. Shedding the skin. Ready for the new chapter. 55. Change. Shedding the skin. Like I said, when you do the shadow work and when you become really in tune with yourself, you might be quite different. Not to you, but you might seem different to other people because you're truly being yourself. I mean, not to you because you've always known who you are inside, really. But you revealed yourself. It's that removal of the mask that I was saying with this friend card that I was getting from that. We're all doing it. Some people are doing it because now they're comfortable to be themselves because they've been doing that inner work and the shadow work and the healing. Some people are doing it because they're getting triggered into it. They're getting drunk and doing it. Yeah, that kind of thing. Or they're getting triggered into it, or they're getting drunk and doing it. But the masks are coming off. People are revealing who they really are. Got to trust that. You always know when you've done too much or too fast. It kicks you what? Cooler. Groundhog spirit, time to let go. Let go of that old skin of who you were. Stop thinking that you are who you were before and that you're going to get the same results. Let your old you go. Transform and let yourself shed that old skin. Be loyal to who you are now and what's coming. Get ready. Be willing to be ready. Are you willing? Are you? Are you willing? Let's see what this said again. I'll put the picture of this again in on my Facebook page, on my Instagram, and in the group too. Kicks you behind. You're on the edge of something great. Can you feel it? Yes, there is risk, uncertainty, and imperfections ahead. Failure is certain, and vulnerability is a requirement. It's going to be a mountain, not a walk in the park. We know that. But we've got the skills now to do that. We can trust ourselves. That's one reason why it is that it's one reason why it is this riddle, because why it's had to be hard, because we've had to build ourselves up and get ready for this. If you don't have the skills to walk this path, we want the people that have got the skills to walk this path. Failure is certain. It's so powerful, that, isn't it? Failure is certain. You know, people ask, that reminds me, I saw a post yesterday. I don't know. I saw a post, and I don't see many posts anymore. I don't have time to be Facebooking anymore, or the energy to. But how many coaches are there coaching coaches how to coach coaches? Something like that. And it's like, yeah, it's getting a bit crazy, isn't it? I don't know why it just reminded me of that. Failure is certain. That was it. How many coaches and inspirers out there are saying, well, what would you do if you knew that you couldn't fail? Well, how about us recognizing that we will always fail? Isn't that more powerful? Isn't that more powerful? How would relationships be if instead of us thinking that they're going to last forever, we are real with it and it's going to fail? Huh. Failure is certain and vulnerability is a requirement. Like a car, right? We wouldn't buy a car thinking it's going to be perfect forever. Nah, we know it's going to fail. We know it's going to break. We don't go, why did it break? Like I did the other day. Right, stuff doesn't happen to me like this. It wasn't so much it breaking. I know that stuff like that breaks. Like appliances break, yeah. What I didn't like about it is I just sold the other one. I just sold my backup, and I didn't even have that as a backup. I don't have backups of stuff. I don't need it, and that's why I got rid of it. And then the universe is like, that, break it. Failure is a lesson, right? Yeah, and it grows us. We will fail. It's going to be work, but that's a good thing, and we can do it. We'll provide for it. See, that's why. That's also why we've got the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles there doing it by themselves. That individuality first, right? Doing it by themselves first. It proves that you're ready. But are you willing? That's the thing. Are you willing to take that next step? Do you want some more? Are you ready for more yet? You must be brave and trust yourself more than ever before, right? And that's bringing in that let's get our intuition straight away and say no straight away instead of going down that line and go, why did I go down that line again? I know better than that. Yeah? You must be brave and trust yourself more than ever before. Be more individual than ever before to get into this relationship. Ah. You will reach the dream. You will. It won't be a total failure. Remember, cars aren't total failures. We don't buy a car thinking, I'm going to write it off. We get a car knowing that it's going to break. We're going to have to fix it. We're going to have to get it fixed. Yeah? Some people might get a car knowing that they're going to write it off, I'm sure. Some teenage boys do that for sure, right? Wow. Why did I say that? Some teenage boys do. After yesterday, then. My guide's saying that the masculine is now in this teenage energy. Damn. How do you get an elephant one bite at a time? You will reach the dream. It's not going to be a total failure, but do expect failure along the way. Absolutely. You're going to fail, they're going to fail, it's going to fail. Because that's life. You will reach the dream, but you must stretch yourself into a whole new level of belief and willingness in order to move forward with courage. I love it. Be brave, follow your heart's compass, and lift the lid on your own dreams. It's possible. Not going to be easy, but it's possible. It's going to take more of us than we've ever put into whatever it is. I think we're talking about relationships here. Again. Wow. That's my excuse for thinking about teenage boys. Teenagers. Huh. Mosquito. Okay, I'm done. I heard ones, you don't know if the fool is stepping off a cliff, we only see him stepping out. Yeah. And the path forms like the Temple of Doom, was it? Indiana Jones, where he steps out. And there's actually a path there. Can't see it there. It's true, that's the truth. He doesn't fall. Yeah. I'm scared of the unknown. But that's what we want right now. That's what we want right now, right? That's what I want right now. What is the divine masculine? What is the divine feminine? I want to find out. What is like real love in a relationship? I don't know. I don't think we've ever experienced it. I know what shitty love's like. I know what longing is like. I know what energy vampires are like. I know what narcissism is like. I know what codependency is like. I know what love. It's all unknown. But let's do it anyway, hey? You willing? Are you? I am. At the moment. I don't know if he shows up on my door, will I still be willing? Will I give him hell for a short time? Oh, I think I'll be okay. So thanks everyone for coming along. Thanks for your donations and all of that stuff and your presence more than anything else. Your support of my channel. Well, why didn't I put something on here? And everything else. Thank you for being you and for doing the work and whatever else. Have a good day or night, everybody. See you tomorrow. Let's do it all again tomorrow. Bye.